This is B.Maheswaran, Assistant Professor, Department of Environmental Science, V.H.N.S.N.C, Virudhunagar. So in this video's lecture, I am going to deliver the topic of Introduction to Xenobiotics. Right, so before entering the topic, first we need to know about the definition of xenobiotics. So the term xenobiotics means a chemical substance that is not a natural component of living organism exposed to it. So that is a strange exogenous substance or anthropogenic material. So environmental xenobiotics are foreign substances which found as pollutant with a biological activity in a natural environment. An important group of xenobiotics are chemical substances produced by humans with an artificial chemical structure to which organisms have not adjusted through prior level evolution. Environmental xenobiotics is a wonder new topic in this era. Now we are all dependent on the plastic materials, that is a synthetic one. So in pharmaceuticals, colorants, agriculture, preservatives, adhesives, petrochemicals or etc. So halogenated solvents undergo photochemical reactions which is shown to cause ozone layer depletion. So it's a dangerous effect on environment. So pesticides are transformed to persistent chemicals or metabolites by naturally existing microorganisms when used for both agricultural and non-agricultural purposes. So recalcitrant xenobiotics, they are the compounds that are resist biodegradation and persist in the environment for prolonged period. So xenobiotics may be a recalcitrant because of due to the following reasons. They are not recognized as a substrate by the existing degradative enzymes. They are highly stable and biologically and as well as chemically inert. They are insoluble in water and adhere to the soil. They are highly toxic one. They are large molecular weight which prevent the entry into the microbial cells. Right. So these are all the reasons for xenobiotic as recalcitrant one. So types of recalcitrant xenobiotics mainly divided into 5 groups. So one is polychlorinated biphenyls, and second one is halocarbons, third one is synthetic polymers, and fourth one is alkyl benzyl sulfonides, and finally oil mixtures, so hydrocarbons. So these are all the types of recalcitrant xenobiotics. So sources of xenobiotics. So xenobiotic compounds produced from various resources which including petrochemical industry, plastic industry, pesticide industry, paint industry and so on. So vinyl chloride and benzene, they are released from oil or gas refinery units in petrochemical industry. So plastics industry uses n number of chemical substances or chemical organic compounds such as plasticides, antioxidants. So benzenes and their derivatives, they are often chlorinated and often heterocyclic, which is released in pesticide industry. So solvents, xylene, toluene, methyl ethyl ketone, methyl isobutyl ketone and preservatives, these are all the major ingredients while in the preparation of paint in paint industry. So and also xenobiotic compounds released from textile industry, bulb industry, that is electronic industry, cosmetic, paper industry and pharma industry, and also wood preservation. So this figure represents the sources of xenobiotic in environment. Okay, so first one, pharmaceuticals. So pharmaceutically active compounds are parent compounds which entered into the environment in two ways. So one is direct or indirect one. So it can be discharged directly from the hospitals and pharmaceuticals by means of effluents. So it's a direct one. So another one is indirect. So passing of antibiotics, anesthetic and growth promoting hormones by domestic animals in their manure or urine as well into the environment, it's an indirect source. Okay. Pharmaceutically active compounds are entered into the ecosystem. They suffer one of 3 fates. So First one, biodegradation, which resultant in the production of carbon dioxide and H2O. Second one, chance to form metabolites by undergoing biodegradation. And third one is persist in the environment, which remains unchanged. So in petrochemical industry, so petrochemicals are usually called as petroleum distilleries. They are chemical products which is derived from petroleum, hydrogen and carbon, which forms hydrocarbons, which is an organic compound found on earth, which is naturally occurring in crude oil. So especially it's found in crude oil. So hydrocarbons existing several types, namely aromatic hydrocarbons, alkanes, alkenes, cycloalkanes, and alkane-based compounds. Okay, biodegradation of petroleum compounds. Petroleum compounds are categorized into two forms: aliphatic hydrocarbon and aromatic hydrocarbon. So example for aliphatic hydrocarbon are alkane, alcohol, aldehyde, and so on. So benzene, phenol, toluene, they are all example for aromatic hydrocarbon. So microbial degradation of petroleum hydrocarbon pollutant employs the enzyme catalytic activities of microorganisms, which enhance the rate of biodegradation processes. Mainly monooxygenous and dioxygenases were the promoting enzymes to promote the hydrocarbon degradation in industry. Okay. So next one, pesticides. So pesticides are substances that are meant to control pest. Normally pesticide which control the pest, they are a class of biocide. Pesticides are pollutant pollutant removal. It's a product for plant protection. So it's also called as plant protection or crop protection. So it includes herbicide, insecticide, nematodes, avicides, rodenticides, animal repellent, antimicrobial, fungicides, and disinfectants. Okay. So biodegradation of plastics. So plastics is a synthetic material. You all know that. So plastic is a synthetic material which can be molded or set into the desired form of shape to produce desirable article. So they are polymers with a high molecular weight range. So biodegradation of plastics by microorganisms and their derived enzymes, which seems to be the most tedious process. It consists of two major steps. One is fragmentation and second one is mineralization. Oxidation and hydrolysis. So these are the two main core reactions which occurs at molecular level while the degradation process is carried out. Okay, so hazards of xenobiotics in environment. So xenobiotics, which addressed a serious issue in sewage treatment plant, synthetic organochlorides, crude oil, and whole resistant to degrade xenobiotics. Many xenobiotics which produce a variety of biological effects, which including carcinogenic, toxic to humans, ecotoxicity, and which is persist in the environment for prolonged period. So and other hazardous including it's a highly toxic in nature, right? So it's a highly toxic one. So it's affect animal, plants, and all over the ecosystem. So as I said earlier, xenobiotics which led to the various types of cancers, especially in skin cancer. Okay, they are not easily degraded, hence they remains in environment for many years, which is an unchanged one. Thank you.